every year the migration rules keep changing and it's getting tougher and tougher. Then Australia might not really be the best bet for you. You might not get what you want out of it. Just as they're tightening like living visa and like people migrating to Australia. So living, thriving, and working in Australia, okay? International students have been tagged as milking cows for the Australian government. Is it worth it to still come to Australia in 2024 to study, be it a bachelor's or a master's or a PhD? We'll be dissecting all of that in this video. So stay tuned to the end of this video to find out all the information you need about this. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lola Lolita. If you are seeing baby girl for the very first time, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about studying in Australia, if it's still worth it in 2024 2025. It's almost the end of 2024 anyway, and it's just, is it worth it to still study in Australia at this point in time? And we'll talk about so many scenarios and which you might fit into. Okay, disclaimer, all the opinions in this video are mine and mine only. I'm not a migration agent, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a finance expert or anything. I am just sharing my own experience, or I'm just sharing information with you from my own perspective. Okay, so please bear that in mind. So let's get right into the video. If it's your first time here, welcome to my YouTube channel. I do migration videos, living, thriving, and working in Australia. Okay, I hope you stay. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again. So let's get right into the video. I have notes. Okay, I have notes here and I'll be looking down from time to time. Okay, so like I said, is studying in Australia in 2024 still an option? If I'm being honest with you, I'll give my final opinion towards the middle of the video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, there are so many changes to student visa in this new financial year. The financial year in Australia starts 1st of July, the new financial year, so that has started already. And the question is it still worth it to study in Australia? And there's so many things to that. Now the immigration or the Australian government, they've come out to say they're slashing studying in Australia by like half, come like between now and 2025 or 2026, I believe. They're trying to cut down the rate of international students coming into Australia because they started feeling like a lot of people are not genuine and people are just using that to come here to work or something like that. Like they don't have genuine reasons to come and study. And I get it, but at the same time, I just feel like even the genuine people might slip through the crack with the new rules and all of that in place. Let me just paint a picture for you. I remember like some weeks ago, I went on the TAFE website. What's the meaning of TAFE, Lola? Technical and further education. That's like polytechnic standard in Nigeria, if you're in Nigeria, right? That's where you do diplomas, right? That is TAFE in Australia. And I was looking for like a course, one course like that to do. And the prices shocked me so much because if you are a foreigner, I believe for a 6-month course, you'll be paying about 14,000 Australian dollars, whereas the local people are paying about less than $3,000, about $2,800. And I was just shocked. I was like, that gap, that's like over $12,000 gap for a 6-month course. So just imagine that gap and think of being an international student in a bachelor's setting or a master's setting. You pay a whole lot more than local students, which is understandable, but sometimes I just wonder why the gap is so wide. So that is why sometimes people tag international students as milking cows, and I get it. And the question is always, is it fair? For me, right, I would say I said there will be different scenarios, right? So if you are planning to come to Australia just to get your higher education and you have no interest at all in staying here in Australia like permanently, or like you don't have any goals like to make Australia your new home down the line, right? it's all good and fair if you're coming just to get like the study, to get your degree and get the experience living in Australia for a little bit, and you plan on like going back to your own country or going back to another place. That is absolutely fine, I would say, because like your goal is not to stay. Your goal is just come, get the education, get the experience, and go back, right? That is totally fine. But then there are people that they're just thinking, okay, I'm leaving Nigeria, I'm leaving my country, and I hope to come here to study. And I'm hoping like I can study and not only just get the 2 years post-study visa, right? You want to get the like 2 years post-study visa, but also be able to like be like, okay, I want to stay longer or something, and you want to stay legally, you don't want to do anything dodgy, and you just want something that will allow you with ease to stay in Australia, then I don't think coming via the study route is really an option or something you should consider, honestly, because the prices are expensive and ridiculously expensive. It's really, really expensive to study here as an international student. And I just feel like for you, if like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I want to study, but at the same time, I'd like to stay here much longer than like the 2 years they're planning to give me, then Australia might not really be the best bet for you, because it's like you might not get what you want out of it, because they're tightening migration as much as just as they're tightening like people coming in to study, they're also tightening like giving visa and like people migrating to Australia. So things are strict, it's different, it's getting harder and harder to become like a permanent resident or like a temporary resident. When I say temporary, where it's like, okay, you have a 5-year visa to stay here and work and something like that, it's just getting harder and harder by the day. And it might not be worth it, because like at the end of the day, maybe you would have spent for your bachelor's, you probably spend over $100,000. What am I even saying? $100,000 maybe if you're coming for a master's, right? For like the 2 years period or something. So it's like you spend like 100,000 Australian dollars. That's a lot of money. I'm just giving an estimate here, right? Don't That's not exact figures. Let's say you spend 100,000 Australian dollars, and it's like after that, I don't even get to stay permanently if I want to stay. Do you get what I mean? Or like the pathway is very tricky. It's not straightforward. It's not direct. It's not like you finish, you apply for post-study, and once you're able to get a job within your field, you're able to like apply to get sponsorship or something like that. It's just not that straightforward, and it can be very frustrating sometimes. And so I just feel like consider all of those options if you ever decide you want to come to Australia permanently. At this point, me, I would say personally, I don't think it's worth it to spend that much, and at the end of the day, you will not get that result that you are really, really after. And it can be very painful, because it's like, people come here, there are people that have left like after 7 years in Australia because they're not able to get like the stay, and they're just jumping from visa to visa. That is not an advantage to them. Age is no longer on their side, and they're like thinking of like relocating to other countries just because they want a better life for themselves, and they know where they're coming from. They might not be able to get that at the moment, and it's just like things are not working out. It's just painful spending all that money and you're not able to get the results you want. So in my opinion, I would say I don't think it's worth it to come and study in Australia in 2024. But in saying that, there are also other ways to come in. People are coming into Australia with like how will I put it, like work visas, where like the company is sponsoring them, or they're coming in straight as like permanent residents or something like that. So it's tricky, but I think those jobs are like specialized jobs. They need someone that has a specific skill, and the company is willing to like sponsor them to come in. They take care of their accommodation for a little bit. They take care of like it gives them soft landing, because you're coming, there's accommodation, and you can come with your family. The job is waiting for you. You're not waiting to like get a job before you can start um like living and settling in. The job is there, and you are just like, you come in and it's like perfect. You've just moved from your country where you were working to another country where the job is waiting for you, and everything is like soft landing. So like there are people, I've still heard of stories of like a few people that are still coming in with that opportunity, and it still blows my mind, because I'm like, that is amazing. That is like the perfect kind of thing I would like if I'm moving countries. Like the job is already waiting for me there. I'm not having to start all over from scratch. Yeah, they've moved their life, across the continent, but at the same time they are not starting from ground zero, because there's a job. At least they'll give them soft landing accommodation, maybe it's for like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and they can find their own accommodation and things like that. So it's just really convenient, and I feel like those people have more negotiating power, because you can be like, I don't know anybody here, I'd like if you can help with accommodation for like a few weeks or something like that, till I am able to find my footing. And I'm sure a lot of times they would oblige. So just to come and study in Australia in 2024, you know me, I'll give it to you as it is. I'll tell you my opinion. If I had a sibling now, or someone that I know that is like trying to come into Australia, and I know their goal is to stay after study, because if you are doing 2 years study, you come in, you do the 2 years, let's say from next year, so you're not finishing till like 2027. You don't even know, every year the migration rules keep changing, and it's getting tougher and tougher and harder. So it's like, if it's tough now in 2024, imagine in 2027, 2028, when you're finishing or something, it is even harder. I'm not trying to discourage you. If you're already in the process of applying for a visa, like, please go ahead. I'm not saying don't come, but I'm just saying, like, think of all those things, because I feel a lot of people, like, we get excited, which is normal, like, oh, I'm traveling to study this and that. But it's like, what do you want for your life after study? Think of it, because once you get in and you spent all that money, it's a bit hard. Okay, so like, come in, don't forget, like, there are things to plan for, and once you come in, start working on those things. I like, it ticks me off when people come in and they're like, when I finish studying, I'll start looking at other. When you come in as you're studying, maybe your first year you're just gathering information, but your second year, where you know you're finishing like next year, start looking at all the options you have for moving, like, not moving, all the options you have for like your temporary residence or permanent residencies, things you need, document gathering and all of that. There's no time. Don't waste time. Just start sharp and start the application process, okay? Well, yeah, that is all I have for you for this video. I hope you found this helpful one way or the other. I just figured, like, yeah, someone out there would like to know, should you still consider studying? Like, look at the full picture before you make up your mind, okay? This is not advice or anything. Like I said, this is just my opinion. And thank you all so much for watching. I think that brings us to the end of this video. If you're still here up to now and you have not subscribed to my channel, yes, I'm looking at you. If you have not subscribed to my channel up to this point, why? So I have to pay you money. It's free. You're getting free information from me. I'm doing research and I'm giving you information, and you are not subscribing. Why? Don't be wicked. You know, that's just wickedness. Plain and simple. So please subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching my videos, liking, commenting, subscribing. I appreciate you all for coming back. Thank you all so much. I cannot thank you all enough. I appreciate you, and I do not take it for granted. And I, baby girl, I will see you all in my next video, okay? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll have more fun videos like this. If you have any questions for me, I always say this, it's faster to get me on YouTube with your questions, or you can send me an email. My email is always in my description, okay? Send me a question via email or reply in the comment section. It is faster. I'll be able to reply you faster than you send me a DM on Instagram, like, seriously. So please like, share, comment, leave your comment, leave your thoughts. What do you guys think? If you live here in Australia, what do you think about what I've explained in this video? Do you agree with me, or do you not agree? Plus, please remain respectful in my comment section, because we don't do that here. I know we have like the best subscribers, okay? So thank you all so much for watching, and I, baby girl, I will see you all in my next video, okay? Bye.